What is up, guys? In today's video, I want to talk to you about 10 qualities that I think every true man should have, or at least be striving for. So, continue watching the video if you want to see what of these 10 qualities I mentioned, and obviously there are probably a lot more than just these 10 qualities. So, I just want to start off with these 10, and you guys let me know in the comments if you agree, disagree with this list, if you would add any, take any away, things like that. But keep watching this video to see what 10 qualities I talk about. The first quality on this list, and this should not be a surprise based on this channel, but is physical fitness. And I think this is very important for all men to have. And I don't think physical fitness is exclusive to one part. Maybe it's bodybuilding, maybe it's CrossFit, maybe it's running around, maybe it's just being good at basketball. But basically, I think a man should be in a reasonable body weight, should be able to move around, should be able to run around, should be able to move without much issue, get work done, things like that. And it should be that level of physical fitness and constantly striving for that. If a man is just overweight and fat or weak or something like that, and it is affecting the rest of their life in a negative way, I think that is negative, obviously, for that as a man. So I think a very important quality trait of a man is to be in at least decent physical shape and striving to continually improve strength, improve endurance, improve their physique and their body weight, things like that. And the second very important quality trait that I think every man should have is that they're a hard worker. They should not be afraid to get dirty, to do something hard, to work long hours, to just keep going if something needs done. I do not like when men just sit on the couch all day or watch Netflix, chill, those kind of things. Even if they have gone to work all day and then they come home and they do those things, at least on a regular basis. Obviously, every once in a while that is completely fine, but as a man, I really think that they should be getting up, they should be working, and they should not be scared of getting that work done, working hard, getting projects done. I think that's a very important quality of a true man. Alright, now, I am going to throw a bonus quality in here right at the end of this video, so there is technically going to be 11 qualities because you get a bonus one, and I think this one is the most important quality of a man. So keep watching this video all the way to this end to see what this most important quality every man needs to have. And the third quality trait every man should have is that they provide for their family. Now, this is obviously done in a lot of different ways. Not only is it financial, they should go to work, they should be making money so that their family can live a decent life and at least get by a bare minimum. But ideally, they should be constantly striving for providing a good financial life for the rest of their family. Whether that is their mom, maybe that is their wife, maybe that's their wife and kids. Whatever family that you have, that should be the family that you are providing for at that time. So that would be very important as far as financially, but also providing for them in the sense of physical protection. So you should be the one there. If anything goes wrong, physically protecting them, emotionally protecting them. If something happens to your wife or something happens to your kids, you should be there to back them up, to go to war with that person if necessary. Obviously, you have to be wise about how you handle it, and maybe you're not actually going after that person. Maybe you're just there supporting your wife when something hard happens, but still letting them handle it. Maybe there are times where you talk to your wife and you're like, okay, now it's time for me to step in, make sure this person doesn't treat you like this again, whatever that is, but you should be at least prepared to provide your family in a protector sense. So provide your family in all of those ideologies. Provide for your family in the sense of fixing things around the house or getting someone to fix them, or that's where that hard work comes in. If something needs done around the house, providing for your family is doing that hard work, getting that done so that your family can continue living a good life. And the fourth one is cherishing your wife and your family. And this is similar to providing, but it is different. You can have someone who provides for their family. You can have a man who provides for the family without cherishing them. They can go to work every day. They can make sure the home is provided for. They can protect their family. All of those things without cherishing, loving, caring for their family. In a real everyday sense. So it is not unmasculine. It's not being a wussy if you sit down and you care for your wife, and if you sit down and you play with your kids and you spend time with them. No, that is a good thing that a man should do. Take time to spoil your kids. Take time to spoil your wife. Take them out on dates. Take them on play dates. Do all of those things to make sure that your family knows that you care about them. That is a very important quality of a man. And the fifth quality that every man should have is owning up to your mistakes. Here's the thing. As men, just humans in general, you are going to make mistakes. You're going to fall flat on your face. You are going to do things that you look back when you say, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have carried out with that plan. And that's okay that you make mistakes. But it's important as a man to be able to own up to those mistakes, say, yes, I screwed up there, I messed up, I shouldn't have said that, I lost my temper here, that was a bad plan. All of those kind of things, own up to that and say, I shouldn't have done that. That is okay, that's a good quality of a man. But it also needs to be taken a step further. Not only own up to your mistakes, but also improve those shortcomings and strive to fix those things. So maybe you blow up and you get angry all of the time. You can own up to that mistake and say, yes, I get angry, I shouldn't have gotten angry in that sense. Move on with your life, but never change anything. Get angry again later, own up to that, and then move on. Well, that's not helping. That's not fixing the problem. That's not doing anything. Yeah, you've owned up to it, but you're still doing it. So what you need to do is you need to not only own up and say, yes, I messed up there, but also say, I'm going to strive to improve that. I'm going to try to fix that area in my life. I'm going to try to get better. I'm going to implement these tactics. I'm going to try to do these things. I'm going to implement these strategies. Whatever it is, I'm gonna be accountable to this person, and I'm gonna say, look, I want you to call me out when that happens. I want you to give me advice. Depending on the scenario, depending on the weakness, depending on how you failed, that may look differently. But the core behind it is own up to those mistakes and then try to improve from there. And this will be an ongoing cycle. You will never be perfect. You will always make mistakes. No matter how many of these mistakes you fix, there will always be more to come. And as long as you are constantly trying to improve that, you're moving in the right direction. So it's not something that you're ever going to get to a point where you can say, all right, I'm done making mistakes. No, obviously, you're going to always be making mistakes, which means you should always be owning up to them, and you should always be trying to fix those mistakes and get better in the future. And the sixth quality of a man is when you say you're going to do something, then follow through and do it. And this is done when you make a promise to someone. If you tell them that you're going to be somewhere, if you tell them you're going to do something for them, you need to follow through and do it, no matter what happens. Maybe that's staying up late, maybe that's getting up early, maybe that's making some kind of other sacrifice. If you told someone you're going to do that, be a man of your word and do it. But this also has a sense of you casually say, yeah, I'm going to do this for the kids. I'm going to make this for them. I am going to take you out on a date every week. Whatever promise like that you make, even to your family, that is also a very important promise. Even if it's made in a lighthearted way, not like, I promise to do this for you. If you say you're going to do something, you need to follow up and do it. And that is very, very important for a man. There are so many times where I've said, yeah, I'm going to make this for my wife. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. And then I'm like, life gets around, I get busy, I don't do it. And my wife's like, you said you were going to do that. I'm like, yeah, but I got busy, and I start making excuses. First off, that goes back to making those mistakes, failing, owning up to it. I need to say, you know what, yeah, I got busy, but that is no excuse. I should have just plugged away. I should have gotten it done regardless. And then, goes back to that improving, I need to follow through in the future and make sure when I say I'm going to do something, I will in fact do it, and I will get that done. The next thing that every man should have the ability to do is have the ability to lead. Now let's break down leading for a second and what that might look like. Leading does not mean be the boss, be the one in charge, have people following you, listening to you. While that is an aspect of leading, that's not the only part of leading. Being a leader can be a servant leader. You lead by example. You lead by, you have the boss right over here. They tell you and some other coworkers or some other people to do the same thing, and you lead by saying, come on guys, let's do this to the best of our ability. That can be leading as well. Have the ability to lead. Get people to do what you want to do, not because you have the power, but because you're going to come alongside and say, let's do this, I'm doing this with you, whatever it is. But it should also be the leading where you can strategize, you can think forward, you can have a vision, you can think logically through things, try to take good steps. All of those characteristics of a good leader you should have, because you have to lead your family. You have to lead the people around you. You should be constantly pushing for the best for everyone around you, and therefore you need to be able to lead. Maybe you're not in a specific leadership role, but even being a leader in your coworkers and rallying them together to do a common goal. Every man should have that quality and that ability to lead. And the eighth quality that I think every man should have is the ability to give respect. And I think giving respect is so important for every man. And a lot of people think, no, being a man is getting respect. I need to be respected by the people around me. And while I think that is true to some degree, you can't control how other people think. You can't just say, boom, you give me respect, you give me respect. That's not respect. What you need to do is you need to give them respect. In turn, those people will give you respect back. And obviously it's not 100%. But you can only focus on you. You can only fix you. You can't control what other people do. So you do your part. You give other people respect. You give your boss respect. You give your coworkers respect. You give your wife and your kids respect. And obviously that respect looks different in each of those roles, but you need to be providing that respect to all of those people around you. And I also know there is a difference between truly respecting someone and being respectful, and that is another aspect of it. Maybe your boss is a jerk. Maybe that someone else in a leadership position is a jerk to you, or one of your friends is a jerk, or someone you're around is a jerk. It doesn't matter. You still need to give them respect in return and be respectful to them, even if inside you don't truly respect them. That doesn't matter. You need to be respectful and control that aspect of your emotions so that you still respect that person and you're not coming across as someone who is like, well, I don't like you, so I'm going to show it. I'm going to be passive aggressive. No. Be respectful, be a man, and show that person respect no matter how you feel on the inside. So it's not only showing respect and being respectful, and that will in turn give you the respect from other people. And it's not going to be 100% like I said, but it will help provide that respect from other people. You need to give respect in order to get respect back. And the ninth quality I think every man should have is the quality that helps those around them, helps those in need. If you see someone who needs help, you as a man should be the first one to step in and help. And a lot of times people think this is like in a super sacrificial way, and while that is true, yes, if someone is in a car accident and you need to put your life in danger to help them get out, yes, I think that's a requirement of you as a man. But this also is in just the day-to-day sacrifices. Sacrificing your time to help someone else. If someone's like, you know what, my car broke down, I need help, say, you know what, I've been really busy, I just wanted to sit down and relax, or I have to get this done. If someone needs help, then it is your job to get off your butt, to stop what you're doing, get in your car, go pick them up, go help them out if they're in need, and then come back and work on whatever you're doing, and then relax. Or you might have to just sacrifice that relaxing. This also goes into you with your family. This is kind of like the aspect of providing for your family and cherishing your family. If they need help, you should be the one jumping in to help them. But it doesn't just stop with your family. It's anyone around you. If you see someone who needs help, if you see a need that you can meet, you should be going to meet that need. And you should be putting yourself on the back burner, not thinking about yourself, not thinking about your comfort, not thinking about your time and your money. You need to be now thinking about them. And how can you take steps to help them and make their life a little bit better and help pull them out of that. So this is done in a micro sacrifices, so to speak. Sacrificing your time, your comfort, things like that. But this could also be, you need to run into that building and help them. You need to put yourself in between someone who is being physically hurt or emotionally hurt. Take those emotional blows or those physical blows to protect that person. So protect and help all of those people around you. And the last quality that I think every single man should have is the ability to control your emotions. Now, a lot of people think, oh, being a man, I don't have any emotions. I never cry. I never have any of these feelings inside of me. I'm a man. I'm going to only think logically, and I'm going to go through life like that. It's a woman's job to be emotional. They're the ones with all of the emotions. I've got to be a man and not have emotions. No, that's not true. Men, we have emotions. What we need to do is we need to look at those emotions, and we need to do two things. One, we can't let those emotions control us. So, if you're angry about something, you should not let that anger, that emotion control you to lash out and yell or hit something or whatever way you portray anger. No, you need to control that emotion. If you're highly sad or upset at something, you can't lash out at them. You can't just cry and huddle in a corner. No, you can't. What you need to do is you need to recognize those emotions. Why am I upset? Why am I sad? Why am I angry? Then you need to take those emotions and then you need to act logically based on those emotions. So you're not pushing those emotions aside. You're saying, this makes me angry. Why? Okay, this makes me angry because of X, Y, and Z. And so because I'm upset, because I'm feeling that emotion, what logically can I take steps? What logical steps can I take to fix these things and move forward? It's like detaching from your emotions, seeing them, feeling them, but then detaching from them, looking at everything logically, and really thinking, what is the best step moving forward? So don't let your emotions control you. You control your emotions, and do not react based on your emotions, but do use your emotions to help figure out what steps you need to take in the future. Alright, and the bonus quality that I think every man, no excuses, should have is they need to have a strong relationship with God. And that relationship is what should fuel all of these 10 other relationships. Your relationship is with God, and because He loves you and because He is your Father and your Savior, that is the reason you need to be providing for your family. That is the fuel that you need to be using to cherish your family. It's because He loved you that you love and provide for your family. You're following that example from God, and that is why you are doing those things. The reason you are protecting your family, the reason that you are loving them, the reason you are working hard is all because of God. And that should be why those qualities are flowing out of you. Not because you're going to grit hard and just do it. That should not be it. Now sometimes you're like, you know, in my head I know that God has done all of this for me. He has come down, He has died on the cross to save me, and I don't feel that right now. I don't feel it. I know it in my head, but I don't feel it. And I don't really feel like protecting my family. I don't really feel like spending time with my wife and sacrificing for her right now. I just kind of want to think about myself. But that may be a time where you need to say, no, I know that God did all of this for me. I know that God wants me to love her, so I'm going to get off my butt and I'm going to do it. Even if I'm thinking I would just love to sit back and relax and not worry about it, no, I'm going to get my butt up and I'm going to go do something for her, or whatever that may be. Yes, you may have to just do it and just move forward and just have that discipline. But in the end, it should be fueled by your love for God and that relationship. So that's that bonus tip. You need to be loving God, you need to have that relationship, and you need to be leading your family in that relationship. And so that's super, super important. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Like I said at the beginning, if there are qualities you think you should add or take away, or things that I missed, please leave them in the comments below. Let's see what kind of stuff you guys think and what you guys think about it. Also, if you guys did like this video, please hit that like button, please subscribe, and we will see you in the next video.